Now by the chairman of the Special Olympics, Marlon Molinos. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, Marlon, Special Olympics already that time again for the year. What can people expect?
March 17th, going to be at Oakwood High School. It's going to be bigger this year. I'm seeing a lot more. We're going to have some athletes coming in. So, it's going to be a big deal this year. We had a construction rodeo just passed. So, the events are going to be really crazy. We got that happening on the 17th, Oakwood High School. 8 o'clock is going to be like the start time, 8:30 for the opening ceremonies. And then the event starts about 9 till about 4:30 in the afternoon.
How many participants and from what areas are they coming from?
Estimate-wise, it's like maybe about 200 some athletes, estimate. But again, that's another no overestimation. We're still kind of like waiting to see what the actual count is for the athletes, but they're basically, they've been practicing since I think January at this time. So, I know that we're gonna have a really big turnout, especially with the volunteers. So, all I can say is come on out, check it out. It's gonna be a busy day because that day I know there's gonna be other events happening, and so it's gonna be a hectic type of day for us because we're like running around, going crazy, like wondering, making sure everything's going cool.
Yeah.
And that's not really
very stressful.
Yeah, but in a good way because what we look at the end of the day is that the athletes had fun. And I can say with conviction that that's gonna happen, definitely gonna happen because we see that happen every year. At the end of the day, when we see them at the end of the day, they're like really hyped up, excited that it happened. So we're like, okay, that's all we needed.
And they're from Guam.
Exactly. It's coming from, the athletes that are participating again are from ages 8 to adulthood.
Okay.
So that's a big spectrum of athletes. And you have several teams. I think they told me there were about 20 some odd teams, but there was even more than that by now.
Now, what are some of the events that are going to be played out there?
Well, we have, of course, the track events, which consist of the 50-meter walk, assisted walk. They have the 100-meter and the 25-meter. They also are going to have a softball throw, shot put, and, standing and running long jumps.
Right.
So those are some of the events that are happening that day.
Who took home the gold last year?
Oh, that in itself, I don't really have that info at hand.
Right.
But
who's gonna do it this year?
I'm hoping to see several athletes basically do their thing that year. So I'm really keeping my eyes open for these guys. I'm going to see who's really done their team well.
Is there still an opportunity for more to participate? Of
course. What they do is, they check out their schools, because we do have representatives at the schools, their coaches, and see if there's any openings for their slots. I mean, as of right now, we do have some counts, but we are waiting for other schools to say, hey, we want to participate.
Okay.
So, that's just what we're waiting for. As of right now, I know we're getting really down to the wire, and it's like a week or two away.
Right,
so basically, I know everybody's gonna be like, God, we gotta get this thing done. We gotta, I know the athletes are really excited. They're telling me, especially our Gatsun group. They're like, dude, we gotta, it's every Saturday they're there, so they're at GW practicing. So it's like interesting to see these guys are like excited every time they're like, I gotta get this thing there, So that's how I look at it. It's gonna be a definitely good day for all of us. So that's how I see it.
Anything else that you want to say to other aspiring athletes out there that are considering but not sure if they can compete in such a competition?
What I say is all our competitions are accommodated. Meaning they're made for individuals with disabilities. So all I can say is based on their abilities, we can accommodate that. So don't think that just because you can't do it, trust me, I've been there. People assumed when I was younger, I myself assumed I couldn't do it, but because they had so much accommodations and a lot of the events were, set for my level of ability, and it can be set for your level of ability as well. So, you know, if you're still afraid, and especially to the parents, you know, because as parents, they do have that fear of, what can my child do, and this and that. Well, you know, bring them in. We'll see what we can do to you know, make sure they can compete. Again, they have to be at least 8 years old to adult. You know, that's the criteria we have to follow as an organization, because that's what the bylaws specify at with the national committee. So yeah, they have to at least be 8 years old to adults.
So Special Olympics, March 17th, Ukuru High School.
Yes.
Number to call?
They can check out our website, specialolympicsguam.org, or even me, you can call me at 486-4662 for more info.
All right, Marlon, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
Okay.